Let's see what he does, whether he's able to lay bat on ball, because if he does, he can hit the ball a long, long way.
That's the situation for Pakistan. They should win from here with 5 wickets in hand, but so much pressure here at Eden Park. Anything could happen. That partnership between Javed and Inzamam al-Haq, 87 of 64 balls, has put Pakistan in with a big chance, and the pressure now really on the New Zealanders to defend this total of 262. Umpire Shepherd staying there as cool as a cucumber. I'm not sure about John Wright, the acting captain. He's trying to get the field exactly right. He's got tons of time to do it in. Wasim Akram's on strike, he's one. Javed at the other end's on 50. Great finish to a great final, David.
It's all building up tremendously here, and no one's going to worry about taking their time. John Wright is still placing the field, and he's going to make sure he gets it absolutely right. Certainly sudden death here at Eden Park, and there's no way John Wright's going to make a mistake just by rushing things.
The pressure's really on bowler Danny Morrison. He's been quite expensive, Danny Morrison. He's a quickish bowler, no wicket for 40 off 7. 35 runs required, 30 balls to be bowled. The crowd all sitting on the edge of their seats. Full house at Eden Park, around about 40,000. Morrison the bowler. Pushes it. Javed's a bit slow, he doesn't pick it up for once. Harris doesn't pick up. He's been brilliant at cover this time. Doesn't pick up the half volley. There's been a lot of run-outs in the World Cup. They are so important in the final overs.
Well, there you are. Normally speaking, you might just have a theory saying that the side with the most run-outs might be the side at the top of the table. Obviously, Australia have been knocked out already, but England they're in there. South Africa in there. Pakistan, well, they've done it the hard way. They've not run people out. They've won their matches with a combination of batting and bowling and the fielding. Well, they've just taken what's come. But certainly fielding in the World Cup has been a major part of it. It's always a question that the fielding side, especially in these closing overs, must keep their head, must keep a cool head and just back themselves to win.
New Zealand was favourites in this match, particularly when they made the 262 for 7 off 50 overs. They batted beautifully. Crowe, a magnificent 91. Great support from Rutherford with 50, but now the great performer Javed Miandad. He's as cool as a cucumber and across. He's been there a fair while for his 50. He's been the anchor for Pakistan. Inzamam al-Haq, a magnificent 60. Imran and Ramiz Raja 44 apiece. 29 balls remaining. Javed chips it to mid-on, just the single. And you can see Wasim Akram, he'll certainly go for it. He's such an excitable cricketer with the ball, Wasim Akram. He's flat out with the ball. There's Javed giving instructions. Find the gaps, take your time. Javed 51 off 63 balls faced, a strike rate of 81. At the other end, Wasim Akram, he's an excitable cricketer. Big hitter, short boundaries, 50 metres, 60-metre boundaries here at Eden Park. A lot of sixes have been hit in this match already. And it's Danny Morrison going around the wicket to Wasim Akram. Harris for cover, no run. It's a dot ball. Listen to the crowd.
Well, every dot ball counts. It's the reverse of every run counting. Martin Crowe can do nothing about it. He's watching from the bottom of the stand there. Powerless to control what goes out on the field. That's in the hands of John Wright. Already Martin Crowe's done a lot this competition, and 91 again today. Set his side on the way to a big, big total. It's a horrible feeling. And John Wright there, he's the man who knows what to do. He's been through this before, but not in a World Cup semi-final.
Well, runs are on the board, aren't they, for New Zealand? So they're still favourites, but one feels that Wasim Akram's very toey on strike. There's stump vision. You see Danny Morrison coming in around the wicket to the left-hander. Full toss. He beats it. That go all the way. That's 4. That's what Pakistan wanted. It was a full pitch. Wasim Akram new to the crease, got back to ball.
Well, John Wright knows that Wasim Akram is very strong over long on, and he's not got a man on the cover boundary. So Akram giving himself room, and he's found the gap. That's perfect placement, just what Pakistan and Akram needed at this stage. Morrison just straying in length there, a little bit too full and giving the batsman room to hit.
Imagine how the ball feels in John Morrison's hands. He's been very expensive in front of his home crowd. Danny Morrison, John Morrison He's commentating in the commentary box next door. It's all happening. It's got to be a wide, and it's Cole. Morrison pushes it down leg side. Umpire Shepherd's had a great series. Cole's wide.
David Shepherd very confident in this call here, and indeed Danny Morrison straying down the leg side this time. There's a lot of pressure out there for these boys. And you're definitely under the spotlight. You've got 40,000 of your home crowd here watching you bowl. You've got many more watching on television. You've got your first chance ever of a World Cup final looming at the end of a match. That is pressure.
And that was the first wide bowled by New Zealand in the innings. So they bowled quite tidily. He's hit that down the mid-off. There's the sweeper. Latham just the single. Pakistan are doing enough here. They're certainly batting with a lot of confidence. Javed Miandad, the master batsman, tactician, controlling things in the centre. Getting great support from Wasim Akram. Inzamam al-Haq, what a gem of a knock that was.
Inzamam played like a man who'd been playing World Cup cricket semi-finals all his life. He came in when the situation was looking bleak for Pakistan. He timed the ball, he controlled the ball, he kept his head. And it was only brilliant fielding from Chris Harris that eventually ran him out. And that was a perfect innings at a perfect time for Pakistan.
Javed just pushes the last ball over the mid-wicket, no run. It's 5 for 236.
Well, it looks as though Martin Crowe's enjoying himself there. A little bit of a nervous smile, I think, Sanu.
Yes, I think he realizes that if he had been on the field, maybe things might have been a little different. He might have been able to control the happenings on the field, but off the field, he really can't do much.
Well, that's it. 4 overs to be bowled. 5 wickets in hand. The run rate still 6.75 per over.
Well, if you were the batting captain now, you'd fancy your chances. And with someone like Javed Miandad there, who's mega experienced in this sort of problem, you'd say you'd have to back your side. But Imran Khan now be just hoping that these two batsmen keep their head. Wasim Akram, who's partnering Javed Miandad. He's a potentially lethal striker of cricket ball. Hasn't been in great form during this World Cup, so he'll be feeling the pressure just as much as all the other players out there on the field.
I'd say everybody here at Eden Park's under pressure at the moment. It's a magnificent semi-final. It's a quality match. It's Watson. Gets a leading edge and it beats cover point. They're through for 1. Wasim Akram's quick. He's coming back for the second. He's very fast. Here's the throw. He's home.
Racing down the track there, Wasim Akram. He didn't even bother looking when he turned there, Akram. He just went for 2. He got to the far end, turned on a sixpence and came sprinting back again. The Pakistani supporters make as much noise as they can. They're outnumbered here today at Eden Park, not surprisingly, but they'll be just as noisy.
Watson around the wicket. He's charged. He's bowled in. Oh, a valuable wicket for New Zealand. Wasim Akram clean bowled for 9. It's 5 for 238.
Well, if anyone's kept the cool head, it's Willie Watson there. He's kept the ball up, he's kept it straight, and he's defeated Wasim Akram's belligerent intent. Akram down the wicket, looking to hit the ball over the top, but the perfect line and length from Willie Watson cramps him up and he's come off the toe, off the pad, onto the leg stump, and Pakistan's hopes dealt another blow there. Akram out for 9, Pakistan now 238 and 6 wickets down.
For grabs. It was a vital wicket by Watson. He's remained cool. He's only a Potter Willie Watson. He's a good, genuine seamer. He's kicking the ball up. He's knocked over Wasim Akram for 9. It's 6 for 238. Now only 4 wickets in hand for Pakistan. Admittedly, Jarvis at the other end, but the run rate required 6.81 per over.
Well, the run rate was up to around about 8 and over at one stage, needed by Pakistan, so they've certainly dragged it back from that. And there isn't much margin for error left now. Miandad, of course, the man in charge of the Pakistan innings. He's got to dominate from now on.
It's Mohan Khan, the wicketkeeper, coming out. John Wright, he's hard to be pounding away, the acting captain. was a vital wicket because Wasim Akram was all firepower for Pakistan, so the big guns are gone as far as hitting is concerned. Has to be placement now for Pakistan. No run, man's very short. Backward point, that's right himself, about 10 metres from the bat, so there's 4 men inside the circle, 3 very close. And that was Wasim Akram's fate there. He was trying to hit over the infield. Watson saw him coming, angled the ball into leg stump, it ricocheted into the stumps. It's a great wicket for New Zealand. This time he beats him, gets a single, Javed on strike.
There's certainly plenty of atmosphere here at Eden Park this afternoon. It's a capacity crowd, and still no one knows what the result of this match is going to be. Could still go either way.
Runs on the board, one gets the feeling now if they could pick up Javed, New Zealand, they could win this match. And there's Wright taking his time, he's going down to talk to Willie Watson, slowing the game down. There's John Wright taking his time, not panicking at all. New batsman Marwan Khan having a word to Javed Miandad in the centre of the pitch.
That's actually very good thinking by John Wright. When tensions mount, when the players get too tense out on the field, it's just quite a good idea just to slow it down, just to talk to a few people, reorganise the field a bit. And it's exactly the same for the batsman. Javed out there, he's walking slowly around the place, looking cool, calm and collected. He's had another chat with his latest partner, Moin Khan. Even Martin Crowe on the boundaries pretending to be relaxed, but I bet you he isn't.
He's the third man brought up inside the circle, the mid-wicket going out, so there's 3 on the fence on the onside. Fine leg, square leg, deep mid-wicket. They're hidden amongst the security men on the fence on the onside, and it's Javed Miandad on strike. Drive straight, there's a man at long on. Moin Khan through quickly for the first, that's all. So the run rate ticking up, they really need a boundary here at Pakistan. They want to leave it 2-8.
Well, yes, any boundaries would be welcome. Obviously, with the run rate required being over 6 and over 1 a ball, then you do need 1 or 2 extra blows to count. There's always going to be a dot ball somewhere, so a little boundary now would just raise Pakistan's hopes again. But still 23 runs needed from 19 balls.
Khan on strike. Running with Inzamam al-Haq has thrown the game wide open here. We're coasting Pakistan, but the run flow has stopped. It's almost a trickle now. Bad ball, and that's 4. That's what they needed. Watson buying a rare bad ball, and Moin Khan sweeping it past the fine leg inside the circle. It's gone all the way for 4. The over is bowled at 6 for 244.
Here's your money on Sunil.
Oh, while Javed Miandad is still at the crease, I still fancy Pakistan to do it against India in Sharjah. He hit a 6 off the last ball of the match to win an incredible victory for Pakistan. So as long as he's at the crease, Pakistan is in with a chance. In fact, 19 runs of 18 balls is eminently gettable.
John Wright, acting New Zealand captain. Danny Morrison, who has to bowl 2 of the final 3 overs. And it probably will be Chris Harris to bowl the final over from the members' end. 3 overs to be bowled, 4 wickets in hand for Pakistan. And what a final. It's had everything, magnificent batting, some good bowling, some brilliant and indifferent fielding. All tension, all drama here at Eden Park.
Well, Danny Morrison's the man under pressure now. He's got 2 overs left to bowl. He's going to bowl to Javed Miandad this time. John Wright just setting the field, just trying to relax his troops down again. 4 men in the circle, men everywhere outside the circle.
Full toss, and he just glides it down to third man. They surely look for 2. He falls over, Deepak Patel. The pressure showing here at Eden Park. Poor piece of fielding, concedes the extra run.
That's the sort of ball that at third man, in normal circumstances, you'd just come round comfortably, pick up and throw back in. The World Cup semi-final in the balance, and Javed Miandad at the crease. Suddenly the pressure's there, suddenly the mistakes come.
Morrison's bowled 8 overs, 0.1 balls, no wicket for 50. So he's been quite expensive, so he's under pressure as well. David Meandad, which is cool as a cucumber on strike. He's 54. Drives into the gap. Get one, it's Harris. They won't take the two here. He's fielded brilliantly. He does it again. The throw's wild, but he was quickly to the ball. Harris, a star in the field for New Zealand.
Chris Harris very quickly across the ground at deep cover there. David Meandad correctly deciding not to risk it on this occasion, coming back for two. As it turned out, of course, the throw was wide and they'd have made it comfortably, but that's not the risk you want to take with the game in the balance at this stage.
Moen Khan taking his time getting guard from umpire David Shepherd. Umpires under enormous pressure in the final overs as well to watch for the no balls, the close decisions. 16 runs off 16 balls. There's been very few wides or no balls from New Zealand. They've done it fairly well.
The field being rearranged for Moen Khan. The man's come in from deep cover and the field's down the leg side.
Full pitch, doesn't get it away. Harrison hits the stumps, ricochet, not out. Well fielded the backup. Listen to the crowd.
Chris Harris seems to get everywhere. And he's hit the stumps yet again. Again, very, very close, but again, no way that decision was going to go against the batsman. He's been very accurate, Chris Harris, with his throws all day.
Yes, he's been superb. He's gets 10 out of 10 for his fielding under pressure as well. It really has counted. Harris has been there. He stood up and been counted for New Zealand in the field, Chris Harris. A wonderful performance under pressure. 16 runs off 15 balls to be bowled. Nicely placed. It's wide of the man at mid-on. They'll go back for two. Safely back, good fielding by Rod Latham, the substitute fieldsman, but Pakistan now, if they keep it cool, should win this final.
Well, it's still all to be done. Still the pressure on. There are plenty of gaps in this field too. It's always a question just of that little bit of luck as to whether or not the batsman just hit the ball correctly, find the gaps, get through the gaps before. If it's hit straight the fielder, they've got to field it properly, keep that under control. It's all happening.
Great rule, that circle rule, form in inside the circle. It's made one-day cricket. The pressure really on the fielding side now. Oh, he's got away fine. Patel's coming around. This time he picks it up cleanly. They're coming back for the second. Here comes Javed. He's struggling. He's there. Good running. The throw was wide. So Patel under pressure once again at third man. He picked it up beautifully, but it was a wild throw.
Well, Moen Khan has picked out Deepak Patel as a man to put under pressure down at third man. Previous one down there, he lost his footing. This time he's turned and thrown, and the throw's come a long way wide of the keeper. And from third man down there, you've got to get it back to the keeper and get it back quickly. Otherwise, these two boys are going to get through for two with no problems. John Wright still chewing away there, trying to ease his tension.
Morrison, final ball of this over. Doesn't get a run, it's well bowled. It's the over, the 48th over's bowled. 6 for 251.
Well, you were saying that history is against New Zealand here.
Yes, that's because no host team has ever won the World Cup. 1975, 79 and 1983, the World Cup was held in England. England didn't win. 1987, Pakistan and India were the hosts. They didn't win. 1992, Australia and New Zealand the host. Australia are already out, and New Zealand look like they will also make their exit today.
Pull something out of the hat. It's going to be Chris Harris to bowl the final over from the members' end. Two to be bowled will be Morrison from where we're broadcasting from here at Eden Park. So you don't feel for those guys at all. They've got the ball in their hand, the perspiration will be there, the adrenaline will be pumping, and you've got 40,000 fans screaming out dock, ball or wicket.
Well, Chris Harris might be the leading wicket taker in this tournament, but he's not been the most economical bowler. If ever there is a test of character, this is it. Chris Harris, not a regular bowler at top level, and here he is in a World Cup semi-final with a big responsibility placed on his shoulders. And he'll be bowling to Javed Miandad. Miandad's 55 not out, and Pakistan need 12 runs to win with 12 balls remaining.
He's charged, he's got a thick edge, it's gone to Watson at third man inside the circle, just a single. So Javed looking to hit down the ground, found the outside edge.
Miandad looking at the shorter boundary over extra cover there, and had he got hold of that, he got it over the man at extra cover, that would have been 4 all the way, even with the edge nick there. There's only the man up on the edge of the circle at third man, and so many times we see the ball flying through third man for 4 when that's the case.
Afraid he's missed, that's bad. He must put bat to ball or pad to ball. There's only 2 men close in. Short cover, short mid-wicket, and the pressure building with every ball here at Eden Park.
So easy from the comfort of the commentary box to call the shots. Moeen Khan there trying to angle this down directly to third man. There is a man there very fine on the edge of the circle saving that one.
Moeen Khan faces Chris Harris. Right coming in closer at mid-wicket. Cover's quite short as well. Swung it. Backward to square, just a single. Good positive throw to the bowler's end, so the tension building with every delivery here at Eden Park. Miandad just with 4 boundaries, has been there a long time, really needs to find the boundary in this over.
Bowler of Chris Harris's pace there being swept like a spinner by Moeen Khan. Harris is bowling into the teeth of the breeze here, the teeth of the gale.
Miandad on strike. He's charged, he hit it straight down the ground as a man defending, long off. He falls over, but just a single. So it's not over yet. Look at that crowd, the tension's enormous for the spectators. They've been here since 8:30 this morning. They've been cheering every run when New Zealand was batting, now the boot's on the other foot.
Well, every man in this crowd, every woman in this crowd certainly had value for money today.
Big hit, it's gone for 6, it's going all the way, that's 6 over off.
Talk about good timing, that was beautifully struck. And if ever Pakistan needed 6 runs, this was the moment for it. Moeen Khan has hit this well back into the crowd. He's taken the long handle to it, he's sliced it, sliced underneath it. 10 rows back into the crowd, 6 runs. And Pakistan's target suddenly looks a lot easier.
That was the 10th 6 of the match. Look at that, 3 runs off 7 balls, because Moeen Khan, the wicketkeeper, coming in under enormous pressures, had the nerve and courage to hit it over long off for 6. Small ground, Eden Park, but it's not easy to do when you've got 40,000 fans here. And think of the millions around the world watching this telecast. He's pulled it, man out there at square leg, he's defending, it's going fine, it could go all the way, he's coming around quickly, we dive. That's 4 runs. And Pakistan have won the first semi-final at Eden Park. A magnificent performance by Javed Miandad, Inzamam al-Haq. And look at that, look at Javed. What a performance for the veteran. A magnificent win. When you're chasing 262, you have to do all the hard work.
Well, the entire Pakistan team has raced onto the field, and no wonder. This has been a fantastic batting performance by Pakistan. 263 was the target. Always looked a stiff target. At one stage, the run rate required was up to 8, 9 and over. Wickets kept falling. Key men got out. Inzamam al-Haq played a genuine innings and then was run out just at a crucial time. But Javed Miandad has steered him home, and Moeen Khan is the hero of the last overs. As it turned out, a 6 and a 4 off successive balls have been enough to take Pakistan to victory.
Oh yes, we've seen some great matches in one-day internationals, but none better than this one here at Eden Park. New Zealand won the toss, they batted well, they scored 262 for 7 off 50 overs. The captain was magnificent, scoring 91, and then Pakistan in reply have done it right at the end, 6 for 264. Javed Miandad, the experienced cricketer, batting through when the pressure was on, but it was young Inzamam al-Haq, he was the man of the moment. He struck beautifully when Pakistan were behind in the run rate. You cannot feel sorry for New Zealand, you can, because they've led the tournament, shaking hands with umpire Shepherd, who's done a magnificent job, as did umpire Bucknor, and the crowd giving their home team a tremendous ovation, and deservedly so.
Well, the New Zealand crowd here at Eden Park have every right to be very proud of their team. They've led the tournament all the way, and it's only in the last few days, ironically, their first defeat coming against Pakistan at Lancaster Park at Christchurch. A completely different sort of match, a much lower scoring game there. But here at Eden Park in the crucial semi-final, there's no second chance here. Pakistan have come out on top, and they've thoroughly deserved their victory. They've batted very well when it counted. The disconsolate Kiwis now taking what would have been a glorious lap of honour in front of their home crowd had they got into the final. Now you can see the disappointment etched on their faces. They will...